So this is the response table for Plackett and Berman's design study for new antibiotic fermentation. So I have already explained you the table. On the left hand side, these are the trials or experiments. On right hand side, these are the different factor settings for the factors like cane molasses, cottonseed flour, corn stick liquor, yeast extract, soybean meal, fish meal and FeSO4. And to the extreme right, the column shows the production of antibiotic in the form of antibiotic titer, that is concentration of antibiotic in grams per liter. At the bottom right, in the last column, it is 3.8 to 1, which is the average for all these responses. Now the next part is analysis. So the objective of Plackett and Berman's design is to find out the most influential factors, and finally we rank all these factors in the order of their importance, and then finally whatever the important factors are there, they are optimized in further studies. So statistical analysis will help you to identify these important significant factors. So to evaluate and rank factors by their degree of impact, means influence, means effect on the fermentation process. So this ranking, it begins with the calculation of parameter estimate of each factor. So this is one criteria for statistical analysis. This is one criteria by how we can identify what are the influential characteristics, influential factors present in the system. So parameter estimate is one way. Calculating parameter estimate, it can be depicted in graphical form. Parameter estimate is to be calculated for each factor. So there are 7 factors, so there will be 7 values for 7 parameter estimates. Definition of parameter estimate is, it is a line and the slope of line that connects the mean of response values at low factor settings to the mean of response values at high factor settings. So you need to read these sentences very carefully. Parameter estimate is a slope of line that connects the mean of responses at low factor settings to the mean of responses at high factor settings. Say for example, we'll calculate parameter estimate value for cottonseed flour. So the estimate or the slope for cottonseed flour is 1.55. It can be depicted in the form of graph. You can see on x-axis it is the factor settings for cottonseed flour. These are the 2 factor settings, -1, that is 25 grams per liter, and +1, it is 100 grams per liter. On y-axis it is antibiotic titer in grams per liter. So you can see the responses of the trials in which the concentration of cottonseed flour was low, means it was 25 grams per liter, are placed on this graph here, and the trials at which the concentration of cottonseed flour was high, that is 100 grams per liter. These points are plotted here. So all these points are nothing but the response values. So you can see there are 6 response values at 25 and 6 response values at 100. Mean of these response values, say for example at low factor settings, is here. Mean of response values at high factor settings is here. When these two lines are joined together, that means the two mean values, mean of low factor settings, mean of high factor settings, then it will give you a straight line having a specific slope, either increasing or decreasing, whatever. So as a result of this, the line is drawn from the mean values, and if we calculate the slope of this line, for calculation a line equation will be generated. This line equation, it can be generated automatically using Microsoft Excel or similar software. So the equation for this line is y is equal to mx plus c. In this case, y is antibiotic titer. M is the slope of line, which is 1.5565 x plus 3.821, which is intercept. Now in this example, y is the antibiotic titer, the intercept 3.821 is a predicted titer, that is, it is simply the average of all the titers as we have seen in the last response table. So a similar plot, it can be drawn for all the factors separately so as to obtain the parameter estimate value slopes for all the factors, which can be assembled in a table. There are certain statistical software such as JMP can be used to quickly calculate parameter estimate and perform the statistical analysis of the data. The main effect or the influence of the factor, it will be twice the value of slope. For example, in case of cottonseed flour, it will be 3.113, that is the double of the slope, that is 1.55. A large estimate value, no matter it is positive or negative, it indicates the greater impact of the factor on response, and the value closer to 0 indicates a very little or no effect. That means there will be a flat line. If it is a flat line, the value will be 0 or it will be very close to 0. That means there is no impact or there is no effect of that particular factor on the response. If there is any slope, either positive slope or negative slope, if there is any slope in line, it indicates that the factor is having some influence on the response. So that is the one tool to rank the factors. Higher is the value of parameter estimate, higher is the effect of that particular factor. Second criteria for statistical analysis is to assess significance of each process factor is p value. Another method is normal plots, and one more is Pareto charts. So in all, these are the 4 methods of analysis: determination of parameter estimate, determination of p value, plotting of normal plots, and preparation of Pareto charts. We can use any of these methods for the calculation of impact generated by each factor. Sorry for the poor quality of this. So the another parameter is p value. P stands for probability. It is the probability that the magnitude means the relative importance of a parameter in is due to random process variability, that is randomization of process variables. It indicates the significant effect of process variables on the response. So traditionally, how this p value is used for analysis purpose, a p value of less than 0.05, it has been used as a cutoff point for significance. Several statistical post hoc tests are there, like Dunker's test, Tukey's highly significant difference test. These tests are used to find out the significant difference between the different groups, significant difference between the effect of different factors. Statistical software is there, SPSS 18, the latest version, is used for such analysis. Therefore, if the value of p, what is p? P is going to tell you whether there is significant difference between 2 tests or not. So if the value of p is less than 0.05, then it is considered as significant. So these results are just opposite to the results of parameter estimate. So parameter estimate value, if it is higher, higher is the impact. If the value of p is less, the impact is more. So there is inverse relationship that you need to remember. This is the table that shows altogether the results of parameter estimate values and p values which are calculated for each factor. So say for example, parameter estimate values column will see that there are some positive values and there are some negative values. Positive values means it indicates that there is a positive impact of the factor. That means if you go from low concentration to high concentration, if you go on changing the concentration from low to high, there is a positive impact. That means there is significant effect on antibiotic production. If the value is negative, it also indicates that the factor level settings, if they are changed from high to low, that means in reverse direction. So decreasing the concentration is responsible for increasing the antibiotic production. So irrespective of the values, whether it is positive or negative, these values indicates the significant effect on the response. If you see the next column, that is the column of p. So generally it is considered that if the value of p is less than 0.05, then it indicates that that particular factor is significant. It has significant effect on response. Now let us see the examples. For cottonseed flour, we can see the parameter estimate value is 1.5565, which is the highest in this table, and it is positive. This means that when you increase the concentration of cottonseed flour from -1 to +1, the production of antibiotic it increases. This value is supported by p-value. You can see the p-value is 0.0008, which is 2 less than 0.05. That means this factor is significant. So we can conclude that the titer increase significantly as the cottonseed flour settings or the levels is increased from 25 grams per liter to 100 grams per liter. Similarly, let us take another example. There is another influential factor, but its value is in negative. The parameter estimate value is in negative. It is minus 0.5227, and its p value is 0.037. That means it is less than 0.05. This means that this factor is also significant, but not that much significant in comparison to cottonseed flour, because we can see the value for cottonseed flour, the p value is 2 less as compared to the p value of FeSO4, whereas the parameter estimate value of cottonseed flour is much higher as compared to parameter estimate value of FeSO4. This means that, talking about FeSO4, the titer decreases as the factor settings or the levels increased from 6 grams per liter to 24 grams per liter. That means if the factor settings, if the concentration is increased from low to high, it is having a negative impact on antibiotic production. But the common thing between cottonseed and FeSO4 is that both are having significant effect on the antibiotic titer. Statistical analysis parameter Pareto chart. So analysis can be performed by using Pareto chart. Pareto chart of the parameter estimate values, which are shown in the earlier table, can be constructed to judge the relative importance of the factors. The values of estimates are converted to percent. For conversion purpose, the sum of estimate is 3.55. So whatever the parameter estimate values are given in the previous table, add all those. So the sum of that, don't consider the negative sign, so add all the values and you will get a sum of 3.55. So 3.55 will be considered as 100%, and then for each factor the percent value is calculated. Like if 3.55 corresponds to 100%, then for cottonseed flour 1.55 corresponds to how much percent, and likewise the percentage values for other factors are calculated. The Pareto chart, it displays the magnitude. Magnitude means the relative importance of each factor, and it is the convenient way to view the results of Plackett and Berman's design. So this is how the factors can be ranked as, in this example, cottonseed flour, soybean meal, and ferrous sulfate. You will see that the P value for all these three is less than 0.05. This is how for cottonseed flour 3.55 corresponds to 100%, then 1.55 corresponds to how much? So that value is plotted here for cottonseed flour. Likewise, considering the parameter estimate value of soybean meal, the percentage value is plotted here. Ferrous sulfate, fish meal, corn strip liquor, cane molasses and yeast extract. So this is how this Pareto chart very clearly it shows what are the influential factors. But out of these 7, the most influential are top 3: cottonseed flour, soybean meal and ferrous sulfate. Why 3? Because their P values are less than 0.05.